Well, we'll get started in just a minute when we get bigger number on that participant list.
Oh.
Hello.
Hmm?
That was me, Dr. Miller. That was Leroy saying hi.
I'm eating very good vegetables that are good for me, and I will put myself on mute.
All right, we can go ahead and get started. Well, the remainder of the folks join the Zoom. Good afternoon, everybody, for today's all staff. I'd like to start off with your new staff member.
Mike, you had cut off.
Precious, will you go ahead and introduce your new staff member?
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. We have a new staff member. She is hired and she started last week. Her name is Patricia Smith. You can call her Patty. So she has more than 15 years of case management experience at St. Rose, and more than, I think, 25 years of nursing experience. So yeah, welcome, Patty.
Welcome, Patty. If you're on the line, you can feel free to say hi to everybody. I'm not sure I see her.
Yeah, I'm not sure too if she's here.
Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and move on then. Ralph, Laura, do you guys want to start us off with sort of a update on where we are in the pandemic?
I can chew and swallow. Okay, so in brief, as we know, we are in a surge. The Delta variant is the dominant variant. The good news is that vaccines protect us. Dr. Doe just did a really nice presentation for the CHWs, and there's a really lovely graphic in it, not lovely, but telling graphic, let's say, that, you know, when we see the winter surge, it was quite high, and deaths were also had a curve, right? Our current surge, it's a hill, but the deaths are quite low. Any death is a sad death. I'm not discounting that, but we had many more deaths related to cases. The case death ratio was a lot higher in the winter than it is now. So the vaccines do protect us. Yes, there are cases, and everybody knows somebody who, was vaccinated and tested positive and/or tested positive and got sick. But I think the tools that we have, vaccines, masks and distancing are really, really helpful. And I know for me, a month ago, before Delta really hit my consciousness, I was out. I mean, I wasn't clubbing. I wasn't in packed bars because that's not how I roll. But everybody's laughing. You really know I'm a nerd. Okay. I think it is important to modify our behaviors, that we can't party on. And just as we have done, right? We CHCN, we're hoping everybody could be back in the office, or more people could be back in the office. We went back to April of 2020 practices. And I think a cool thing is the curve of cases may be leveling a little bit. And that is, some of that is vaccines and some of that is our behaviors. So no clubbing, no packed bars. You heard it from Dr. Laura. So that was off the cuff. I wasn't planning to do that, but I'll go back to crunching.
Thank you for that. Ralph, do you have anything you want to add to that? No? Okay. Well, Ralph, actually, you're up next to talk about the Elizabeth K. Cook Advocacy Award.
Yeah, I want to find somebody on my screen before I start talking. So I'm really thrilled to share with everybody that somebody on our staff got a really important national award. Jody's going to hate me for doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. Jody, who is our Communications and Advocacy Manager, was honored by the National Association of Community Health Centers, which is sort of analogous to the consortium on the national level. So it's all the health centers in the whole country. And every year they honor 5 or 10 people in the community health center movement for their advocacy work. And this year, for all her work that she is doing in COVID, particularly the Mask On to Move On campaign, Jody received this award. So we should all say congratulations, clap. It's really nice to see one of our own acknowledged by our National Association. But the other thing, and I've actually not talked to Jody about this, the award is named after somebody I knew very, very well. It's called the Elizabeth Cook Award, but actually she was Betsy to me. Betsy ran the network of health centers in South Florida. And probably 25 years ago, Betsy and I were, we were like this. We ran the national organizing effort to get the federal government to recognize community health center networks across the country. And the result of that is, I think there's about $50 or $60 million a year now that is distributed to support health center networks across the country. And Betsy was one of my heroes. She was an incredibly fierce advocate. Unfortunately, she died in mid-career from cancer. But I was incredibly pleased when the National Association chose to create this award in Betsy's honor, and makes it even more special for me that Jody, one of our own, got this award, because it's sort of full circle. And I know Betsy well enough to know that it would warm her heart to know that Jody is in the world continuing the work that Betsy started with me many, many years ago. So Jody, I hope you won't hate me for the rest of your life, because I know you don't like this kind of attention, but it is well deserved. And it's a gift to all of us to know that the work that you do is being recognized. So I don't know if you want to say anything, Jody. You probably don't, but I'll ask you anyway. Would you like to say anything?
I would like to say thank you to you for those wonderful words. And the fact that you and Betsy had this relationship just makes it even more special. The work that I do, that we do in conjunction with our health centers is the reason we get up every morning and come to work. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't do what we do in the way that we do it. So it's everything is for them through us. And that's why I love what I do. Sorry, that was off the cuff.
Thank you, Jody.
Right, it looks like we're probably going to have a pretty brief meeting today, but we're going to close actually with a music video. So in addition to keeping our computer network running, our very own Rain Johnson is actually a musician on the side in a band called Mobland. So I'm going to play a video for us called Hope Flows, and it's a song about good things, love, tolerance, and kindness, something we all need to remember in times like this. So give me 1 second. I'm about to show this video.
Mike, I forgot to send you a message. I was going to suggest we keep it a secret who it was and ask, have a little guessing game and see if people can guess who it is, because it's not self-evident.
Well, that would have been fun. It would have been helpful to know that, but okay, here we go.
But you didn't name names. Maybe we'll still have to, just said IT, right?
No, I named names. It was
Oh, you
pretty
said
clear.
Rain?
Yeah.
Shoot. All right.
All right.
Don't fall apart, fall in the your place and take control and win the race. Difficult roads can make you strong. Just look ahead, it won't be long.
Alrighty, and that was the music video we wanted to show. Be sure to check them out on YouTube to see additional content.
I think we should have the artist say a few words.
Like what? Yes, a little embarrassing, a little different side of me.
Are you one of the singers? What instrument do you play?
I'm the only singer. It's just two guys, so two of us do everything, except for the drum part, which was courtesy of Mike Vanderhule. Some of you may have known him from Y&T days, the drummer for Y&T. So he did our drum tracks for it.
Wow,
And it-
who does the production, Rain? Because your images were cool.
I do everything. So those are images that other people took. I just borrowed them. You know, there's a lot of free video out there. Put it together so it would make sense. And so, like I said, two guys, and that little production item there took about 4 or 5 months. It's, you know, a little bit at a time, an hour here, an hour there. So,
Who wrote it?
we did, the two of us.
Look at you.
Yeah, just-
Exactly.
And
If this IT thing doesn't work out, Rain,
oh, God forbid, huh?
Wow.
At the risk, I've embarrassed Jody, so now I'm going to embarrass Rain. You should go look at the YouTube videos that are actually of the band, because you will definitely see a different image of our chief information officer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Both sides of the brain. Both sides of the brain. That's great. That's awesome.
I love it. Thank you, Rain.
Alrighty, and that concludes today's all staff. We'll give you a little bit.
Wait, Mike, we were going to do one more thing
Ooh.
last minute. Joy was going to do something if she's here.
Yes, I am here. Give me 1 second. I almost thought I got out of it. I will be sharing my screen, so give me just a second.
In celebration of National Health Center Week, the Alameda Health Consortium and Community Health Center Network, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who works at one of our health centers for their incredible work and dedication over the last year. We have all just lived through an incredible 15 months that none of us could have anticipated in facing a worldwide pandemic. And it's really warmed my heart to see how all of our health centers and all of our health center staff have stepped up to the plate in a Herculean effort to overnight switch from in-person care to virtual care while continuing to provide medical services, dental services, behavioral care services, prenatal care, childhood vaccinations, while at the same time responding specifically to COVID, the testing of tens of thousands of Alameda County residents, doing contact tracing for people who got the disease, and ultimately vaccinating tens of thousands of residents of our county with the COVID vaccine. The trust that our health centers have earned in their communities is actually the most important asset we have. And we've seen this more clearly during the pandemic than any other time. My hope for the future is that we have more tools in our tool chest than ever. We have better relationships with other community organizations, stronger relationships with faith-based organizations, stronger connections to our patients, and hopefully we can take this trust we have with our patients and go back to all the health problems that existed in our communities before. Chronic diseases, the need for preventive health services, the need for mental health services, and hopefully we're going to be even better able to address those issues in our communities. The short films that you're about to see for each of our health centers are just going to give you a little glimpse into what's amazing and special about how our health centers have responded to the pandemic, using both the trust that they've earned over these decades with their communities, but also their incredible ability to tailor services to meet the specific needs of the communities they serve. And that's really the superpower or the secret sauce of our health centers, being rooted in their communities, being responsive to their communities, being able to quickly adapt how they provide services. And you'll see that in the movies that you're about to watch.
So this was from our series of videos that we have been overloading you guys with for our big event that we had yesterday at 4. And so thank you to everyone who did attend. Jody and I worked really hard on this series of videos that showcase just how awesome our health centers have been during this pandemic. And so this was just a snippet. We hope you guys are excited. Those of you who were not able to attend, we will be sharing out the link from the full event. And we hope that you do watch. It was a great showing. We had over 200 people actually watching our event last night, which was awesome. And really just received a lot of positive feedback. So I guarantee you will learn a lot about our health centers. If you have not been with us long, there's a lot of great information about each and every single one of our health centers and how awesome they are. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll show the full thing at an upcoming staff meeting where we have a full hour. All together, if you watch all the videos together at once, they are 22 minutes long. So not terribly long. And yeah, so that's all I wanted to share about that.
Thanks, Joy. I just want to acknowledge Joy and Jody just did an amazing job on these videos. And I would say if you watch Rain in Mobland in full attire, and then you watch this, you've just like sort of covered the entire range of what's great about humanity, creativity, and not taking yourself too seriously, and the inspiration and hope that you'll see in what all the clinics are doing. So I'd say, grab a club soda or a beer or a cocktail or whatever comforts you, and I think you can watch the whole thing together in about half an hour, and I promise you it will be a rewarding experience on all the dimensions of humanity. That's it. Sorry, Mike, that I didn't tell you ahead of time we were going to do this.
That's okay. Surprises are fun. Sometimes. Depends on what it is.
You can tell I'm in trouble now. Okay.
All righty, everybody. Now, I think that concludes our all stuff. So I'll give you 6 minutes of your time back. Bye, everybody.